Okay, so today we're gonna do kind of a nice kind of kettlebell flow to get everything moving, work on mobility a little bit.
Find it. Where are you?
So,
We're doing all this painting, and I never know where my stuff ends up. Okay. I'll use my. Where are you? You can start.
Okay. It's gonna be a 12-minute. Kind of hesitant to say AMRAP, but a 12-minute workout where we're just going to flow through a single arm kettlebell clean, kettlebell press, and kettlebell windmill, and then switch sides repeatedly for 12 minutes. So we're going to warm up. We're going to go through these movements real quick, nothing revolutionary, and then we're going to do it. So let's just start out with some squats. Then with some push-ups. Then with a few down and up dogs. You can stand up. Give me a few, you can do it without kicking anything. Leg swings, going sideways. You can absolutely hold on to something too. And go the other direction. And then go forwards and backwards. And be careful not to hit anything. Other leg. And from here, give yourself a hug. Some deep breaths in there. Stretch out those lungs while we're doing this. Up and down. Twist a little bit. Rotate the shoulders back. Rotate front. And from here, you're going to bend over, basically try and touch your heels. And then you're just going to come up and just stretch up. The heels and above your head. Heels above your head. Okay. So we're going to do, like I said, 12 minutes. With a single kettlebell, we're going to do a kettlebell clean, a kettlebell press, and a kettlebell windmill. So we do these all the time. Clean and press, I want to make sure, I'm going to mention just a few things. So for the clean, I want to make sure that when we're go into the backswing and bring the kettlebell up, that we're keeping the kettlebell close. So if you look at me like from the side, the kettlebell's coming almost straight up. This is a small arc, but it's not like a big whee kind of over the top motion. Just keep it nice and close. Bring it right into the front rack position with your knuckles underneath your chin, elbow slightly out, arm hugging your body. The overhead press, you can see right here, the thumb is already pointing backwards. And we're just going to keep that thumb pointing backwards, keeping the belly tight, and pressing the kettlebell up. Okay? Then we're going to, while it's up there, we're going to do a windmill. So I'm going to put the kettlebell down for a second, and just make sure we have the right idea for the windmill. So imagine I have the kettlebell up here. If the kettlebell is on this side, my right side, I'm going to point my toes the other direction. Okay? And then what I do is kind of like a visual, is I take my other hand and put it against my other leg, and I'm going to sit my hip out of the way, and I just imagine this hand creeping down my leg until my fingers touch the floor, and I'm going to come back up. Okay? And then I'm going to switch sides. The way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to bring this back down and do a half rotation switch to the other side, in which I'll do the whole thing over again. So if I'm going to demo the whole thing, it's going to be clean, strict press, windmill. I'm going to bring this down, do a switch, and I'm going to clean, strict press, and windmill. Bring this down and switch. And just keep going with that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Let's see. Okay. Like I said, we do this kind of stuff all the time. This isn't new. If there's no questions, grab a sip of water, and we'll get it done. Awesome. All set? All ready? You look ready. All right, here we go. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Halfway there.
Halfway?
Halfway. I hear a cat.
Yeah, he's been going on and on. He just wants to come outside. It's starting to sprinkle here.
Uh-oh. We got less than 4 minutes. Hopefully the rain holds off.
Just sprinkles. It's not this one. What's he holding?
Three minutes left. Minute 30. Last minute.
Starting to rain a little bit too much.
We're almost done.
I'm fine.
Twenty seconds. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and done.
Oh, come out of the rain. Come on out.
Ah,
Out of the rain. Come on.
that was lovely. I like those workouts where it's just a short complex and you just keep going.
Yeah. It's rough, like when I can stay down, but coming up
Coming up, yeah.
is the hard part.
I would agree. Yeah, coming up is usually the hard part. I remember I was doing personal training with somebody, one of my favorite personal training clients, and one day we were doing heavy front squats, like sets of 3 or 5 or something, I don't remember. And she makes the comment that's like, yeah, it's like the hardest part is like when you're coming up. And I just look at her and I'm like, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, standing up from the bottom is the hard part of the squat. Going down usually isn't a problem.
Something with the hip or something when I go on the side.
Yeah.
Like it just like right here. But I guess that's good for your saddlebags, right?
The reason I like kettlebell windmills is because it's wonderful for shoulder stability. Your shoulder being able to stabilize in this position to a sideways position and then back while keeping all that stable, super good for stable. But it also, just like you're saying, it works the range of motion of your hip, you know, because we got that kind of sideways opening of the hip on this side in order to get all the way down. It's a great exercise. I really like it. This whole week is kind of almost every workout this week has kind of a mobility theme to it. Yesterday, you know, it was the single leg shoot throughs. Today we got the windmill, and tomorrow is just going to be mobility. We're going to do I think it's going to take 15 or 16 minutes, and we're basically just going to mobilize for the whole time. I've been digging that on Friday last couple weeks. So join me then.
I will.
Excellent. And Saturday, I don't know if you're planning on doing it Saturday. Saturday, it's not going to be on Zoom. It's going to be at
the park.
It's going to be at the Oneonta High School track.
Oh, okay.
Yep, it's a running workout. It's going to be at 9:30. I'm not looking forward to it, but it's going to be great.
I don't know anybody who looks forward to running.
Some people, you know, I don't understand them either, but some people love it. But running is great as long as you just don't do too much of it. And we're just going to sprint. So it's going to be great.
Okay.
Have a good one, Kathy.
You too.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.